Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about more retarded shit, because retardness doesn't stop reproducing. They have kind of like rabbits. They are rabbits high on meth and Viagra, fucking everything everything on sight. And then it reproduces over and over and over and over and over, because stupidity has no limits. Anyway, bounding into comics, Netflix director claims King Grayskull and Andra Raceswapped in Masters of the Universe Revelations because new characters could be easily rejected. Let me put it this way, I did not know King Grayskull was actually race-swapped. Wanna know why? Because when I saw this scene over here in the trailer, I assume it was some generic fucking nobody. And as it turns out, it was in fact Grayskull. Wonderful! But I'll have to actually add to my list later on. More work for little dull boy over here. In response to a fan who complained about the race swapping of the characters in Kevin Smith's upcoming Netflix-produced Master of the Universe Revelations series, which has, thus far, seen both Andra and King Grayskull changed in such a way from the original forms, Netflix director of the original series, Ted DiAngelo has revealed that the production team made the decision to alter the two characters out of fear that the new characters could be easily rejected. Remember, if that was in fact... No, let me highlight here, it could easily be rejected. Remember, if that were true... No, English. If that were true, I wouldn't be such a fucking fanboy of David Ramsey's Spartan in Arrow or the DC CW universe. I am such a huge fanboy of his, not only his acting obviously, but I mean of the character. Wanna know why? Because the people behind it, at least the director back in those days, at least had a few brains left, a few tiny neurons before they decided to seppuku themselves. No. They've decided to create a different character instead of race-swapping a character back in those days. And it was the best decision that I ever fucking made. Wanna know why? Because the Spartan is a new character. They've decided to actually add diversity that fit within the lore without race-swapping anybody else. And guess what? That worked splendidly. Yes. Because the Spartan became such a huge, good character, somebody who wasn't perfect, wasn't Mary Sue, had flaws, but it was perfect nonetheless. And I fell in love with the character because that was a good character. He was initially the security attaché, or the security guy or the bodyguard of Oliver Queen. And eventually he became a superhero too. Without the superpowers, obviously, of any other superhero who eventually came, or without the same arrow skills as Oliver Queen. But he had the gun. He was good. He was awesome. He was also a veteran. And why couldn't we get a show specifically for him? I don't know. I wish we had a specific CW show about him. I think I'll be all over it if they don't shit it up and make it too woke. But overall, I would be fucking all over it. Why couldn't it be the same thing on the He-Man? I refuse calling it Masters of the Universe Revelations because that actually kind of directly or indirectly links to the fact that it's going to be Tila and Masters of the Universe. Instead of, Masters of the Universe, Tila's show. Tila and Friends, or something like that. It's disastrous, and they actually also changed the symbol. Used to be a cross. Well, then again, it's Netflix, so What else? I finished watching Sweet Tooth, and overall was a very good show. It wasn't preachy in a sense. It didn't actually preach racial differences and things like that. But the beautiful tiny little gold coat that it had that I absolutely loved, if you kind of scrubbed it a little, that fake gold coat, you could then see the woke pervasive damage that it was in the show. Obviously, it's not as pervasive and sickening as in Batwoman Nixon, Supergirl, Q-Force, or some other show on Netflix, or like Stranger Things, but you could see it in there. Almost every single white male there was an actual enemy, and black women or black males were all heroes, almost exclusively heroes or the saviors. They actually race-swapped multiple characters in there and things like that. But at least the wokeness wasn't on your face like this, like in the other shows. So it was absolutely awesome, watchable, and a good story. In fact, even the actual one of the main characters, which is Jeopard, got race-swapped by, I think it's Nonso, and I forgot his name. Suffice to say, he's a very good actor, and he played his part perfectly. And it pained me to actually add him to the list in there, but it had to be done. Either way, like with all Netflix shows, the first season, if there is any woke material, is going to be self-contained and not in your face. And the second season, it's going to duplicate what happened on the first season. Like Stranger Things. The second season had... The first season, you could see some woke stuff in there, here and there, very, very lightly. And then suddenly, second season had the double of the wokeness of the first. And the third had 3 times the wokeness of the first. Or twice. And then the fourth season. And on and on and on Netflix. And the same thing I'm gonna have to admit, I'm afraid of the second season of Sweet Tooth. It's going to be twice as woke. And it's probably going to be that shiny fake gold coat that you saw on Sweet Tooth. It will be even cheaper. And it's probably not even going to be there. Who knows? Either way, this is the same thing for this. Anyway, on July 3rd, just days before its latest July 7th release date, Bleeding Cool founder Rich Johnston published a report on a particular panel from the premiere issue of Dark Horse Masters of the Universe Revelation prequel comic book series, which recently leaked online. Oh, for fuck's sake. Shit on a fuck. In the leaked panel, it revealed that in this continuity, King Grayskull, the historical ruler of Ethereum, whose power fuels Prince Adam's transformation into a man, is now a black man. Slay Queen Man! Or probably, in this case, we was guns, man! Anyway, this version of King Grayskull can also be seen in the series Master of the Universe Revelations Part 1 trailer, standing behind an untransformed Prince Adam as the member of the Guardians and he alongside fellow Guardians Hero and Blanco. See? That's why I originally thought it was just some generic character in the background. Kevin Smith, you seem to actually keep pulling it. You see, no, there is always no, everything is going to be as is. Nothing is gonna be changed. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, nothing's gonna change. And then he goes on and changes. And then he says he's not gonna cry, and then he's got tearful. Anyway. Shortly after this news broke, it was shared to the shared wall of the private Facebook Hey Man and Sheriff fan group. Shadow Weaver's realm, whereupon it was met with disappointment by a black member of the group, who stated, I prefer making new unique black characters than race-swapping original white characters. Exactly! I feel exactly the same. The same thing when they race-swapped a white character to a Hispanic character or things like that. I feel exactly the fucking same. I feel in the exact same position. I don't want them to do it, because it's kind of like grabbing this t-shirt and then giving it to a black person and say, here, take this, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna have to pay for it, obviously, it's kind of like brand new, so you're gonna pay it brand new, there you go. Don't you feel proud to be wearing my shirt? I'm awesome, aren't I? That's pretty much what it feels like when they race swapped. And somebody made that example here on this article here here, Tingbland. He made that example, and quite frankly, it's a good example, which I just extended a little bit over here, kind of paraphrasing also what he said, but he is on fucking point. He is absolutely on point. He's absolutely correct. It's kind of like doing that. It's horrible. Create something new. The correct way for somebody else, using his example and my example, which I just extended his example, would be, hey, look, there's that shit. Since you're going to pay for something new, brand new, instead of getting hand-me-downs, let's make something new. Here, new t-shirt. Completely brand new, pristine, and never been worn. Even inside the package. Here, wear it. And that's exactly what it should be. But anyway, he's absolutely correct. I prefer making new, unique black characters than race-swapping originally white characters. Instead of wearing your own shirt, you're getting a hand-me-down shirt from someone else. Precisely. That's exactly what I just said. Excellent example, which if I don't forget about it, I'm gonna start using it. Well done. That's exactly what it is. I don't want hand-me-downs. If you're going to wear a t-shirt, at least if you're wearing it, going to wear somebody else, no. If you're going to wear a t-shirt and you're paying for it, then at least get a brand new t-shirt, not a hand-me-down with the same price. Anyway, this fan's complaint was soon met with a response with bias Ellie, who went on to detail the production team's reasoning behind the decision to race swap not only King Grayskull, but as previously revealed, the as of this series no longer comic book exclusive character, Lieutenant Andra. I hear you, said bias Ellie. Alright, let me invoke the soyness, because let me put it this way, this guy here is feeling guilty that he wasn't more racist than the person who actually came up with the idea. Yeah, this is racism, peak racism. What he actually thinks here is peak racism. Let's invoke the soy.
Oh, I hear you. I will indeed be a part of the story too. But a big hurdle when you're introducing a new character to a line of so many well-established characters is that they are bound to be outsiders and hard to accept as canon, at least for a while. Nobody gives a shit about Sir Laser-Lot. We asked ourselves early on about the two giant white blonde dudes in the pantheon of MOTU, Masters of the Universe. And honestly, it makes both characters less special in their iconography. I wish I could take credit for being the one with the idea to make Grayskull black. Because now, in the history of all the champions of Grayskull, a black man has a role of prominence. As opposed to just being the guy with the clamp who's king under his bodyguard.
Why don't you just create a new character for the show? Nah. Let's race swap. And even worse, the guy actually wanted to be extra racist. Are you shitting me? Do these people realize how racist they sound? On the other specific race swapping of King Grayskull bias explained. We asked ourselves early on about the need. Oh, okay. Let's move on. Same thing with oh. Well, who wrote this? Netflix director.
Oh, she was initially created as a new character. It was my idea to dig into the lore, raise up a character who had a small appearance, but a strong following. Oh, people have been wanting to see Tyler and Andra fight side by side for a while. As opposed to creating a new character that could easily be rejected. Honestly, do we really need to badass Reddit?
Yes, we do.
MOTU had no woman of Colorixon. And we saw the opportunity and took it. Why not give little hug girls how to look like them?
Jesus Christ. Bias Ellie. Then ask the fun. Honestly, do we really need to? But for fuck's sake, the first issue of the Masters of the Universe Revelations prequel series is currently set to release on July 7th, while Kevin Smith's animated series of the same name is to debut on July 23rd. You managed to be extra racist in a very short message, and on a TV show that people were actually looking forward to it. The animation is great, but do I feel the need to actually watch Tila and her friends? No. You can go suck my cock, goddamn fucking Netflix. And the people behind this show, suck my cock and choke on it. Oh, and don't forget to swallow. Anyway, if you like this type of content, stay right here on goddamn fucking youtube.com/Jester, or if you prefer more unique exclusive type of content, head to bitchute.com/Jester, or minds.com/Jester. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And well, have a great fucking night.